Now we are going to discuss a very important characteristic of series LCR circuit, which is called resonance. The phenomenon of resonance is common among systems which have the tendency to oscillate at a particular frequency, and that frequency is called a natural frequency. If the system is driven by an external frequency and whose frequency is nearly equal to the natural frequency, what happens to amplitude of oscillation? It will be greater. Okay, so resonance we have studied in 11th standard oscillation chapter. There we discussed so many examples of a resonance also. One example is soldiers are not allowed to march along a suspension bridge. Do you remember, children? There we have discussed soldiers, the marching soldiers, it has a frequency, definite frequency. Suspension bridge has a natural frequency. If both the frequencies are accidentally equal, what happens to amplitude of oscillation? Amplitude of oscillation increases and the bridge may collapse. That is the very best example for resonance. So many examples are there for resonance. Earthquakes, during earthquakes, some buildings are affected by the earthquakes. That is also due to resonance. So here, now we can discuss the resonance. What is the condition for resonance in series LCR circuit? We have, what is the formula for impedance? We know impedance Z is equal to root of R square plus Xc minus XL the whole square. In a series LCR circuit, we have Z equal to, impedance Z equal to root of R square plus Xc minus XL the whole square, where Xc represents the capacitive reactance and XL is called the inductive reactance. If Xc is equal to XL, if Xc is equal to XL, what happens to Z? Z is equal to Xc minus XL becomes 0, and here Z is equal to R. That is, what happens to resistance or impedance? It decreases. So, if a circuit where if Xc and XL are equal, what happens to impedance? Impedance decreases, and this is the condition for resonance. So, what is the condition for resonance? Xc and XL are equal. So, the condition for resonance is if Xc and XL are equal, impedance decreases to R. So, this is the general condition for resonance, and if resistance decreases or impedance decreases means what happens to current? We have the current Im is given by, in series LCR circuit, Im equal to Vm divided by Z or equal to Vm divided by root of R square plus Xc minus XL the whole square, isn't it? This is the maximum current in a series LCR circuit. But during resonance, at resonance, we know that Xc and XL are equal, isn't it? Xc and XL are equal. So, what happens to current? Current is Vm divided by Z becomes R, no? At resonance, Z become R. So, Im equal to Vm by R. That means current becomes maximum value. So, at resonance, the condition is Xc and XL are equal, resistance decreases or impedance decreases, and current becomes maximum. Okay, children. Now, at resonance we can write, at resonance Xc and XL are equal, that you know, Xc and XL are equal. And what is the value of Xc? Xc equal to 1 by C omega and XL equal to L omega. At resonance, Xc and XL are equal, that means 1 by C omega equal to L omega, or we can write 1 by LC equal to omega square, or we can write omega equals 1 by root LC. And this frequency is called resonant frequency. So, the frequency at which Xc and XL are equal, this frequency omega R is called resonant frequency. So, omega R is called resonant frequency. So, it is the frequency at which resonance take place, and its unit is, so this is actually angular frequency, and hence its unit is radians per second. We know that omega equal to 2 pi f, isn't it? Omega is equal to 2 pi f, or omega R can be taken as 2 pi fr. So, using that frequency FR is also given by 1 by 2 pi root LC. So this is also called a resonant frequency, but its unit is hertz. So FR is called a resonant frequency and its unit is hertz. Clear? So it is a frequency at which a resonance takes place and the condition for resonance is Xc and XL are equal. At that condition, impedance becomes minimum, current becomes maximum, and the corresponding resonant frequency is omega r equal to 1 by root LC or FR equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Now, if a graph is plotted with frequency along the x-axis and the current amplitude Im along the y-axis. So, what is the shape of the graph? So, this is the graph. Okay, so if a graph is plotted with frequency and current amplitude, this is the shape of the graph, which shows that let this frequency is angular frequency omega. So at the angular frequency, we know that current is maximum. So at resonance, the frequency is called resonant frequency, at which we know that current is maximum. So at the resonant frequency, the current is maximum and this value is Im max. Okay children, so if a graph is plotted with frequency omega, or if you plot frequency small f along the x-axis and current amplitude along the y-axis, this is the shape of the graph and the graph shows that at resonant frequency current is maximum. Now we can discuss the application of LCR resonance circuit. The tuning circuit of radio or TV is an example for LCR resonance circuit. We know what is a resonance circuit. The resonance, at the resonance condition, Xc and XL are equal and we know that current becomes maximum. Okay, so this LCR resonance circuit is commonly used in tuning circuit of radio or TV. The antenna of the radio signal accepts all signals from many broadcasting stations. But in order to hear one particular station, we have to tune the radio, isn't it? So by tuning, what changes? We vary the capacitance of the capacitor. Okay, by tuning we vary the capacitance of the capacitor in the tuning circuit such that resonant frequency of the circuit becomes nearly equal to the frequency of the radio signals received. So we know that antenna receives all signals from the many broadcasting stations, and if you tune the radio, capacitance vary, and if the resonant frequency become equal to any one frequency of the signal received by the antenna, which condition is satisfied? Resonance condition is satisfied. If two frequencies are equal, means that is the condition for resonance. If natural frequency become equal to the driven frequency, that is the condition for resonance. So here resonant frequency become equal to, nearly equal to any one frequency of the signal received by the antenna. Now the resonance condition is satisfied and hence the current is maximum. When this happens, amplitude of current is maximum and that particular station can be heard. Okay, so this is the application of LCR resonant circuit. Now we can discuss another characteristic of series LCR circuit, that is sharpness of resonance or quality factor. We know the current amplitude in a series LCR circuit, current amplitude Im in series LCR is, we have current Im equal to Vm divided by Z. Z is root of R square plus Xc minus XL the whole square, or XL minus Xc the whole square. Clear? XL minus Xc the whole square. And we also know that at resonance Xc and XL are equal. So what happens to current? Im becomes maximum. The current amplitude becomes maximum and the maximum value is Vm divided by R. Clear? So we know if a graph is plotted with frequency along the x-axis and the current amplitude along the y-axis, this is the shape of the graph. In the last topic we have discussed this. Okay, if a graph is plotted with frequency and current amplitude, this is the shape of the graph, and at resonant frequency what happens to current? Current is maximum. Suppose we choose two frequencies omega 1 and omega 2 on either side of the resonant frequency, so that here the current is 1 by root 2 times Im max. This is an assumption. So consider two frequencies omega 1 and omega 2 on either side of the resonant frequency, so that current is 1 by root 2 times Im max. So if current is 1 by root 2 times Im max, what happens to power? So we know that power dissipation at resonant frequency is, at resonant frequency we have the formula for power I square R, isn't it? So at resonant frequency current is maximum, Im max. So power dissipation is Im max the whole square into R. Clear children? So power is given by I square R. At omega R, resonant frequency omega R, we can write power equal to Im max the whole square into R. At omega 1 and omega 2, what is the power? Power is, already we have discussed, at omega 1 and omega 2, current is 1 by root 2 times Im max. So what is the power? Power equal to 1 by root 2 Im max the whole square R, that is Im max the whole square R by 2, that is power becomes half. Okay children, so at omega 1 and omega 2, current is 1 by root 2 times Im max and power dissipation becomes half. That is the assumption. So suppose we choose two frequencies omega 1 and omega 2 for which current amplitude is 1 by root 2 Im max and power dissipation by the circuit becomes half. Let omega 1, this omega 1 is greater than omega R, let omega 1 is equal to omega R plus delta omega. Delta omega is a small frequency. So omega 1 is omega R plus delta omega. So this value is delta omega. Similarly, omega 2 is less than omega R. Hence, omega 2 can be written as omega R minus delta omega. Clear? So, omega 1 is omega R plus delta omega and omega 2 is equal to omega R minus delta omega. What is omega 1 minus omega 2? Omega 1 minus omega 2 is 2 delta omega. Higher frequency minus lower frequencies, this value, this is 2 delta omega, and this 2 delta omega is called bandwidth. Clear? Higher frequency minus lower frequency is 2 delta omega, and that is called bandwidth, and sharpness of resonance or quality factor is defined as Q equal to resonant frequency divided by 2 delta omega. Okay, so quality factor of a series resonant circuit is defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to the difference in two frequencies taken on both sides of the resonant frequency. So, sharpness of resonance, which is measured by quality factor, is defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to the difference in two frequencies taken on both sides of the resonant frequency, such that at each frequency current amplitude is 1 by root 2 times the value at resonant frequency. Now we can derive the formula for this 2 delta omega, which is the bandwidth. For that we can write at omega 1, we can consider one frequency. At omega 1 we know that current Im is equal to Vm divided by, current Im is equal to Vm divided by Z. Z is root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square, that is L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square. Clear? Because we are taken at omega 1. So, Im divided by Vm divided by root of R square plus L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square is equal to, and already we had discussed at omega 1 what is the current, 1 by root 2 Im max. Clear? Is equal to, what is Im max? Im max is equal to Vm divided by R. Im max is the maximum current amplitude at resonance, and we know that Im max is equal to Vm by R. We can substitute that 1 by root 2 into Im max is Vm divided by R. So, we can write at omega 1 Im is equal to Vm divided by root of R square plus L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square, which is equal to 1 by root 2 times Im max, but Im max is equal to Vm by R. Now, we can take these two terms, Vm and Vm can be cancelled, and both are in the denominator. If you take the reciprocal, how will you write? Root of R square plus L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square is equal to root 2 into R. Clear? Taking the reciprocal, root of R square plus L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square is equal to here root 2 R. Now, if it square, here we can write squaring R square plus L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square is equal to 2r square. Now this r square can be taken to the right side. We can write L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 the whole square is equal to 2r square minus r square, that is equal to r square. Now take the square root. Okay, taking the square root, we can write L omega 1 minus 1 by C omega 1 is equal to r. Now we can substitute the value of omega 1. What is omega 1? Omega r plus delta omega. We can substitute L into omega r plus delta omega minus 1 by C into omega r plus delta omega equal to r. Right. Now here omega r can be taken outside. So L omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r. Clear? Minus here also omega r can be taken outside. C omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r is equal to capital R. Now 1 plus delta omega by omega r can be taken to the numerator. We can write L omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r minus 1 by C omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r the whole raised to minus 1 equal to r. Okay. Now we can approximate 1 plus delta omega by omega r the whole raised to minus 1 can be written as 1 minus delta omega by omega r. Since delta omega by omega r is very much less than 1, this expansion is called binomial expansion. So using binomial expansion, 1 plus delta omega by omega the whole raised to minus 1 can be approximately written as 1 minus delta omega, since delta omega by omega r is very much less than 1. That is according to binomial expansion. So using that we can write L omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r equal minus 1 divided by C omega r, and this can be written as 1 minus delta omega by omega r is equal to r. Clear? Now what is this 1 by C omega r? We know that L omega r and 1 by C omega r are equal. Therefore, this 1 by C omega r can be written as L omega r, right. So, L omega r into 1 plus delta omega by omega r minus L omega r into 1 minus delta omega by omega r equal to resistance r. Here we can multiply L omega r into 1, here minus L omega r into 1 get cancelled. Then here omega r and omega r get cancelled. So here it becomes L delta omega, here also L delta omega. So simplifying we will get 2L delta omega is equal to r. Here what is this 2 delta omega? 2 delta omega is equal to r divided by L, and this 2 delta omega is called bandwidth. Clear? So 2 delta omega or bandwidth is equal to r by L. And we have the quality factor Q equal to omega r divided by 2 delta omega. Substituting the value of 2 delta omega, we can write omega r divided by r by L. 2 delta omega is r by L. Substituting r by L, L comes to the numerator. So quality factor is given by L omega r divided by r, or is equal to another formula, L omega r and 1 by C omega r are equal, no? So it can also be written as 1 by C omega r into r. So these are the formula for quality factor. Hence quality factor depends on inductance, resistance and the capacitance. Clear? So if you decrease the capacitance, or if you decrease the resistance, or if you increase the inductance, quality factor can be increased. So if quality factor is large, that circuit is said to be selective. If Q is large, if quality factor Q factor is large, then the circuit is called a selective circuit. Selective. So in order to make the LCR circuit selective, we can decrease the value of capacitance, we can decrease the value of resistance, or we can increase the value of inductance. Clear, children? Now we can do some application questions relating the chapter. First question, capacitors blocks DC. Why? We have capacity reactance. We have capacity reactance Xc is equal to 1 by C omega, or we can write C into omega equal to 2 pi f. What is the frequency for DC? For DC, frequency f equal to no frequency 0. DC means the voltage remains constant, current remains constant, it is not varying. So, frequency is equal to 0. So, for DC what is Xc? Xc is equal to 1 by 0, which is equal to infinity. Since for DC capacitor offers maximum resistance, that means capacitor blocks DC. So, capacitor offers maximum resistance to DC current, maximum resistance towards DC current. Okay, so that means capacitor blocks DC. Now what happens if AC is connected? For AC we know that frequency has a definite value and hence it offers some resistance to AC current. Okay, so it offers some resistance to AC current, or it allows AC to flow through it, but it completely blocks DC. Capacitor offers maximum resistance towards DC current, and it allows AC to pass through. Clear, children? Next one, show that an inductor offers an easy path to DC and a resistive path to AC. Again we can take the same formula, inductive reactance XL equal to L omega is equal to L into omega is 2 pi f or 2 pi nu. Clear? Now for DC what is the frequency? Frequency is equal to 0. That means XL equal to 0. So it offers no resistance to which one? DC current. Okay, an inductor offers no resistance to DC, or it offers an easy path to DC. But for AC frequency is not equal to 0 and hence it offers some resistance to AC current. Okay, that is the importance of inductor. Inductor completely allows the passage of DC and it offers some resistance to AC current. So it offers finite resistance to AC current and it offers an easy path to DC. Easy path to DC, and offers an inductor offers some resistance, finite resistance to AC. So that is the importance of capacitor and inductance to AC current and DC current. Next one, in 3 circuits are given. First one AC is connected to resistance, second one AC is connected to inductor, third one it is connected to capacitor. If frequency of the voltage applied is increased, how will the current be affected in these circuits? If frequency is increased, is there any direct relation between frequency and resistance? No, resistance is not affected by frequency and hence current does not change on increasing frequency. So that is the answer. So resistance is not affected by frequency, so hence current does not change on increasing frequency. That is the answer of the first one. Second one, an inductor is connected to an AC voltage. So we have XL is equal to L omega, inductive reactance XL equal to L omega, and if frequency is doubled, it can also be written as L into 2 pi f. If frequency increased, what happens to XL? XL increases. So frequency increases, what happens to inductive reactance? Inductive reactance increases. Inductive reactance means it is the resistance. Okay, resistance offered by inductor to AC current, that is called inductive reactance. So inductive reactance increases means what happens to current? Current decreases. Clear? So how will the current be affected in the circuit? Means in that circuit current decreases. Now in the third one, an AC voltage is connected to a capacitor. We have capacity reactance Xc is equal to 1 by C omega, or it can equal to 1 by C into omega is 2 pi f. Again if frequency increases, what happens to capacity reactance? Frequency increases, Xc decreases. Xc decreases. That means resistance decreases and hence what happens to current? Current increases. Clear?